John D. Rockefeller is often celebrated as the greatest entrepreneur in American history. To many, Standard Oil represents the triumph of free market capitalism. But others argue its rise wasn't driven by the free market alone. The story begins with the railroads. Following the Civil War, governments helped finance and protect railroad expansion through land grants, subsidies, and favorable legislation. These railroads became the backbone of the American economy. For oil producers, access to them wasn't optional, it was essential. Rockefeller understood this. Rather than drilling for oil, he focused on refining it, believing efficiency was where fortunes would be made. As Standard Oil grew, Rockefeller negotiated lower shipping rates with railroads. Because he shipped enormous volumes, railroads offered rebates and discounts unavailable. Supporters argue this was simply smart business. Critics argue these agreements distorted competition by making it harder for rivals to survive. Rockefeller also bought competitors, invested heavily in new technology, reduced waste and standardized production. These innovations dramatically lowered the cost of kerosene and helped fuel America's industrial growth. By the 1880s, Standard Oil controlled roughly 90% of U.S. oil refining. Was this the natural result of superior efficiency? Or was it only possible because of a transportation system heavily shaped by government support? The answer depends on where you draw the line between private enterprise and public infrastructure. Rockefeller was undeniably one of history's greatest businessmen. But even the greatest entrepreneurs operate within the systems around them. Without the government-backed railroad network, would Standard Oil have become a monopoly? No one can answer that with certainty. What history does show is that Rockefeller combined extraordinary business skill with advantages created by an economic system that was far from a purely free market. Perhaps the real lesson isn't that Rockefeller succeeded because of government, or in spite of it. It's that America's industrial revolution was built through a complex partnership between public investment and private enterprise. And if we want to understand modern capitalism, we have to understand both sides of that story.